Hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Last time around we had a traditional Irish pot still whisky which was new to me. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for your comments. Back now on more familiar ground, we've got a peated Islay whisky, the sort that I like very much. It's the Caol Ila 12-year-old. It's a Diageo whisky, single malt bottled at 43%. Unfortunately it is chill filtered and artificially coloured because Diageo absolutely love to do that. So the presentation isn't great, but the packaging and the get up I really like. I kind of like the simple, understated, fairly masculine packaging that's going on here. So it cost me 80 Canadian dollars plus tax. This Caol Ila, it mainly goes into blends. It's never been known really as a single malt. It only really became available as a single malt in the early 2000s. A lot of this goes into Johnnie Walker Black Label. And if you try Johnnie Walker Black Label and you've tried this, you'll recognise the Caol Ila. It really is the dominant malt in there. If you like Johnnie Walker Black Label, you should probably buy a bottle of this and see how you go on with it. So I'm towards the bottom of this bottle now. Okay, so it's a light colour. I don't think they've coloured it to death. And you might be able to see there, probably not, it is quite viscous. So despite the fact that it's been chill filtered, it seems to have retained a lot of the oils, which is a good thing. Maybe Diageo have mastered the art of chill filtration as they do it so much. Immediately there's a big, it's not the most peated Islay by the way, but there's a good helping of verdant earthy peat. It really is very, very earthy. So it smells like fresh peat. There's a hint of citrus, a hint of orange. Chocolate orange actually, and a hint of mint as well. And the smoke profile is less medicinal and more campfire than the likes of Lefroy. Another unfortunate thing about Caol Ila is that they don't actually age it on Islay. Similar to Lagavulin, it goes to the mainland for aging. So Caol Ila has a pretty big capacity. They have to produce for the demand for the Johnnie Walker label as well as the single malt that comes through the door. So it's the more industrial looking of the Islay distilleries. It certainly doesn't look like Bunnahabhain off on the coast in a tiny whitewashed cottage type building. This is an industrial distillery that produces mainly for the blends market. Grassy and verdant, fertile earth, and a reasonable wisps of bonfire. on the palate. It's very ashy. It's like an extinguished campfire, and you really do taste the peat smoke more than you smell it. So go in, it's all freshly dug peat, little wisp of smoke. Take a mouthful, and it just coats your mouth with this wonderful fragrant wood smoke and extinguished bonfire. So you can almost taste the ash. It's really quite pleasant. Anybody who likes smoky things. There's a hint of the ashtray about it as well. I'm going to say cigar smoke. That sounds a bit better than ashtray, doesn't it? Loads and loads of smoke. The mouthfeel, as in the glass, it's quite oily, and the mouthfeel I don't think has lost an awful lot from chill filtration here. Finish, chocolatey, yeah, almost like Ardbeg Uigeadail chocolatey. Obviously it's not got quite the punch of Ardbeg Uigeadail. Very, very salty in the finish, and it progresses to actually slightly more medicinal, not Laphroaig medicinal, but the medicinal peat is only found in the finish, not on the nose or the palate. I do get a hint, sorry, that's my laptop going to sleep. Do get a hint of Lapsang Souchong tea or Assam. Smoked meat. Chocolate orange. Moss and lichen. So for something that's not matured anywhere near the coast, it does have a salty tang to it. It's thick, it's rich, mouth coating, but it doesn't attack you like the Ardbeg 10 does. It doesn't overwhelm like the Laphroaig does. Yeah, I've had a few bottles of this in the past, and it doesn't attract the following that the Holy Trinity of Laphroaig, Lagavulin and Ardbeg do. Possibly because it's not the most picturesque thing, possibly because it was made for blending primarily, but Islay drinkers shouldn't overlook this. It's often described as kind of the lower end of the peated Islas because it doesn't have the high ppm of phenols count. And I think there's something oddly deceptive about that, because, I mean, I'm not a scientist and I'd love to know people's views, but ppm obviously counts the phenol particles in the whiskey, and the phenolic particles are the medicinal peat. So I wonder if very smoky peat, the bonfire peat, is counted in the phenols ppm count. So I think that this is peatier and more Islay than the ppm count would indicate. I think this is pretty good actually. I'd be very interested to have a bottle of the 18. The unpeated versions don't really appeal to me because it really is the smoke profile, the smoke signature that really does it for me with the Caol Ila. And so the unpeated versions probably wouldn't be of all that much interest. I would try certainly before I bought a bottle. The 18 I would absolutely love to try. But yeah, I would say if you're not looking for something that's really very, very powerful, like the Old Beck, and you're not looking for something that's extremely medicinal, like the Lefroy, this is well worth a try, and I think you can probably buy with confidence. If you find it at a good price, I think it's nicely packaged, make a nice gift. I've enjoyed it, I've drunk it too quickly. Yeah, it gets my vote actually. It's by no means the finest Islay distillery, but it doesn't deserve to be overlooked in the way that it is. Okay, those are my thoughts on the Caol Ila 12-year-old. Next review, we will do either a Scotch, maybe a bourbon, or maybe I'll give you a run through of the 20 miniatures that I bought. We're not going to put it to a vote. I shall decide this time. Okay, thank you very much everybody, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.